If I wanted to be a partisan left-wing channel, it would be very easy to find things on a daily basis, many things, lies and misinformation that I can critique that's coming from the right-wing media. However, if I wanted to, in good faith, be a right-wing channel critiquing the left-wing media, a little bit more difficult. Case in point, the only two main things I have right now is $400 million for armored Teslas. That contract, as far as I see, came from the Biden era. The contract was dated prior to the inauguration, but I believe after the election. So Biden was still president when that was signed. How many folks in left-wing media are still repeating that $400 million Elon Musk contract, trying to say that this is evidence of the fraud that absolutely is happening? However, this is not an example of it. There's lots of good examples of fraud that's happening, criminal activity that's happening from the Trump administration, but this is not one of them. And by now, everyone should be aware of the truth. So who that makes money doing this as a professional is still repeating this misinformation. Has Brian Tyler Cohen issued a correction, or is he still repeating the same thing? I think he's still repeating it. The other thing was the DC crash. There's a narrative of, it's Trump's fault because of all the things that he's doing with the hiring freeze and there's not enough staff. Well, first of all, the lack of staffing is a condition that existed prior to Trump being in office. Trump, however, has been making it worse by just recklessly firing people. However, if we are to be very precise and sticking with truth, the facts at hand, the DC crash specifically, from everything I see, they had two people, not one. They weren't understaffed by one. They were staffed by two people. The problem is that the second person wasn't there during the crash. So this would have to do with a management decision, the supervisor that decided that it was okay to violate their protocol. I believe they're supposed to have a minimum of two. By sending the other person home, that was put in a situation where I guess technically they're understaffed, but it's not understaffed in terms of we need to hire more people because they had two guys. But if we expand, wider than that, being people that are focused on truth and critical thinking, then we also realize that for whatever reason that one person needed to go home earlier, if they had three people there, they could have sent that person home and still have enough people to, be on duty. And maybe this crash would have happened and all those people that died wouldn't have died. Potentially. Now, I don't know enough details about this. I've never done ATC. I don't know anything about this particular location, specifics, logistics. There's a lot of question marks. If someone really wanted to get to the truth, you could look into that stuff. I think even as independent journalists, there's probably public records requests and things like that you could do if you really wanted to dig in and find the truth. I don't get paid to do this. It's basically a charity channel. This channel is always going to be small. I don't make any money. I don't get any donations. This is actually costing me. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do right now, and I spend time doing this trying to help people. So I'm not going to go do the public records, whatever. But if people want to know what really is going on, you can find it out. Just like all this stuff that, Elon Musk and they're finding out all these secrets. It's not secrets. It's publicly available information. The way that our money is being spent in these programs like USAID, it's publicly available. It's on the website. It's been there. If you really care about government spending, you could have gone to these websites and seen these things for yourself, and then you could have protested and gone to your Congress member and said, hey, I don't want money going to these programs. But you didn't care, so you didn't look, and now you have someone who is pretending to look and unravel stuff, but how are you unraveling stuff that's out there in the open, right? It's all fraud. It's just fake. It's nonsense. It's a scam. And I will continue the struggle of looking for really, serious misinformation or lies that's coming from left-wing media. There's certainly dishonesty in left-wing media for sure. They certainly have made mistakes for sure, but it's much more challenging. There was a time where I could easily, have a bunch of critiques of the left media and then a bunch of critiques of the right-wing media. But now the right-wing media is so out of control that it's just so overwhelming. And then on the left, it's like I have to actually try to, they said about the $400 million contract, and it's like, I doubt they're doing it intentionally. I think it's just sloppiness, just like how sometimes the mainstream media is sloppy, that they like to critique all the time, but here's independent media doing the same sloppy reporting. It is what it is. Anyway, this is the Debate Me channel. Debate Me comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.